So I mentioned previously that I was willing to play horror games upon reaching the 10 follower goal. I just never said which, genre slash era of horror we'd be playing. For no reason in particular, we're going to be playing Rule of Rose, which is a game that I've always wanted to play ever since I first saw the trailer on some old G4 tech TV show called Cinematech. But, when they first showed the trailer for this game, I was a broke high school student, and then I was a broke adult until nowadays. And now the game costs $900 to buy. But here we are playing it on my totally legitimate PS2. I assure you, it's right to my left. Let's go!
Once upon a time, there was a precious little girl. Her friend, the princess of the Red Rose,
was always at her side. Then one day, her mummy and daddy died suddenly, and the poor little girl was sent away to a strange house.
Circling back to the whole, I wanted to play this game way back when I first saw the trailer 20-odd years ago.
Jennifer, play with me, Jennifer. Read the story. Please, read the story. What happens next?
Oh, Jennifer, I think you're about to really go through it.
What's this?
Wasn't that the name of the girl from Clock Tower 1? Jennifer?
Wait! Please! Where are you going?
March 1930, The Little Princess. But yeah, I recall seeing the trailer for this game, and over time I sorta got it mixed up with the Capcom game Haunting Ground. Even though, from what I understand, they're basically nothing alike. I should play Haunting Ground one of these days. Anyway, The Little Princess. Once upon a time, there was a precious little girl. Her friend, the Princess of the Red Rose, was always at her side. Then one day, her mummy and daddy died suddenly. The princess too disappeared, leaving the girl all alone. I didn't realize there were going to be blimps in this game. And the poor little girl was sent away to a strange house. And then the rest of the pages are blank. I imagine it's going to fill up as the game progresses. Suddenly, the girl was all alone. And so, the story begins. A mysterious, unthinkable, filthy tale. However, the young girl, Jennifer, had no choice but to surrender to the unsettling predicament. Oh, what an unlucky girl. I played maybe like 5 minutes of this earlier, so I know that if you keep running this way, it just sort of loops back around. See, we're back at the train stop already. Bus stop already. But yeah, I got this confused with Haunting Ground, probably because it's a similar premise where you're trapped in a spooky location. We're in a strange hill now. Wonder if it's silent. Anyway, you're trapped in a place, a mansion, a castle in Haunting Ground's case, and there's, a guy trying to get you, and there's a dog to protect you. At least I think there's a dog in this. I don't know for sure. Somehow, despite the game coming out 20 plus years ago, I have managed to duck like every single spoiler. As the girl approached the sign, she heard a dog's bark. It sounded strangely familiar to her and beckoned her to come. Strange Hill East. It's a rusted well. Cold air flows from inside it. There's an old padlock on the door. However, it's not locked. Kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? This might just be a perspective thing because it's an old PS2 game, but I'm starting to suspect that wasn't an actual dog. A slip of paper is tied to the dog collar. It's a slip of paper with boarding pass and a picture of a fish on it. Jennifer found the boarding pass. The name Brown is on the dog collar. Jennifer found dog collar. Just gonna walk around with that in your inventory, huh? I know they said this is going to be a filthy tale, but I'm starting to have some suspicions about this Seer game. If the intro cutscene / trailer didn't already sort of give that away. I didn't really, mess around with the buttons when I was testing this earlier to make sure the PS2 would record and all. All I really know is, the menu, and if you hold R2, the camera flips around like that. Which, I can really see how that's gonna mess me up later on. Now that I think about it, there's 3 different horror games that came out around the same time that are all more or less to deal with a young... I was gonna say teenager, but I don't think Jennifer is a teenager. A young woman in peril. Excluding Silent Hill 3, because that came out probably a year or two earlier. Following the boy up the road, she came upon a huge old mansion. For some reason, this place seems familiar to the unlucky girl. I'm sure that's fine. Children with bags over their heads are beating something with a stick. The unlucky girl was frightened and backed away from the gate. It's a generous definition for backing away. But yeah, there was this, there was... I didn't realize that I could just sort of lock her in position like that. That was funny. Get out of here, you creepy child. Even though I'm pretty sure, like, 99% of the cast is going to be creepy children. You have this, you have Haunting Ground, and there was Clock Tower 3. I played Clock Tower 3 primarily because that was the one game that the rental store had at the time. No one allowed without a pass. About using items. So go to the menu and use. I don't think I could use the dog collar there. Which, despite the dog's name, I still have my doubts is for an actual, factual dog. Okay, there's nothing over there. But yeah, I recall seeing the trailer for this game on some old, like, 20-year-old plus TV show on this channel called G4 Tech TV called Cinematech, which just played video game trailers. Legend of Stray Dog. Stray Dog gives us sweets. Well, that seems all above board. I see no possible way this could end badly for anyone. The trailer was more or less just like that intro cutscene, and I was just like, this is... I recall being very fascinated by it. Of course, I was like 16 at the time. I don't remember when specifically that show or this game came out. I think it was the early 2000s, like 2005 or so. I was definitely in high school at the time. But I just never played this game. Entrance this way. Where's the yellow paint? I can't play video game. Well, Jennifer, you're stuck here for the rest of time now. For the rest of the adventure. A large portrait is on the wall. Just take an umbrella and start beating children. That's what you should do. The unlucky girl felt the chilling gaze of many eyes upon her. Yet, she was all alone. I know they probably want me to just chase that child up the stairs, but I have to engage... Oh, it's a save point. About saving. You can save your progress by talking to the bucket knights located throughout the game. Yeah, let's save. Why not? My completely legitimate memory card. So it doesn't have, like, a save item. You can just save whenever. Well. The women's lavatory. I was trying to read what the text on the bag says. Really? You don't got anything to say about that? A fine use of our time. I should probably just chase... Alright, not going in there yet. A white vase sits atop a case. I was about to say it's a variation of the old PS2 survival horror trope of shit's locked. Shit's being held shut by rascally children. There's a record player and broadcasting equipment. Something is written in the notebook. March 2nd, 1930. Recently, the children have been engaging in odd activities and spreading disturbing rumors about creatures that come after children who don't clean up and stray dogs that kidnap small tots. It's all very bizarre. There's a small model of a mansion inside the tank, but no fish. I wonder if there's a map. It's gotta be, right? Shoes, sheets, food. Various things are stored in this room. I had to investigate 3 times because I didn't know if there's... See, like, you can mess with the little clothes here on the hangers, but there's nothing over there. I thought maybe there was, like, a hidden item here. Oh, I thought that was just making, like, a locking noise, like it was locked. It didn't occur to me that that was her pulling out a drawer. You never really see games set in the 1930s, do ya? Okay, so which way do you suppose that was coming from? I've basically given up on doing what I'm supposed to be doing. We're exploring now. Rear stairway. We're not going here yet either. We're investigating the entire first floor. Well, insofar as the game will let us. The way it just lets me open all these little closets and drawers, I keep thinking there's going to be stuff. Eventually there will be, and I won't be prepared for it. I'll leave before the item sparkle happens. Why would they have, like, a dressing room type of thing? I don't care for the implications of that. Okay, door's locked, so... I was seeing if maybe there was a map in the menu there. I know that they want us to go up the main stairs to chase after the child, but what if we went on the rear stairs first? Inner court. The camera fought me there. Well, that's just a whole lot of nothing, isn't it? It's been a while since I played Clock Tower 3. I haven't played that. You damn kids. See, now I wonder if that just means the door is locked or if it's like jammed shut like a Silent Hill game. I suppose we'll find out eventually. No? Can't read that? Okay. I get the feeling the game might be annoyed with me for going off track instead of just following it. I'm glad, though, that this game doesn't take forever to load between rooms. Could you imagine how insufferable that would be? Blimp. I guess the implication is that Jennifer's parents died in some sort of blimp accident? Were they on the Hindenburg? Okay, there's nothing in here. For now, anyway. Cool skull. Skeleton. Oh, okay. I thought that was like... I thought that was a literal horse's ass. And I was like, that's an odd painting to have. Dormitory. Typical kids just leaving their pile of rubble on the bed. This is why you're all orphans. Is that Bones? Oh, that's not Bones. I thought that was Bones. I don't know why it keeps doing that little pause there. So we've probably been in here, right? Yeah. The plot railroad. Okay, I should have been paying attention. I don't see which way that kid ran. Foul-smelling laundry baskets have been placed on the shelf. Second floor lavatory. No, nothing. You not let me rotate the camera at all? I specifically brought up the being able to push R2 and move the camera, but it's not doing it for anything. Well, at least in here. You really think I'd be able to investigate the bird in the toilet if nothing else? The filth room. There's a creepy doll tied to the pillar. I think that's the save point. Nah, we don't need to save. Nothing's really happened yet. Jennifer found old photo. It's a faded group photo taken in front of the mansion. A bunch of children and Nosferatu. Good for Count Orlok being able to show up on film. Okay, fine, we'll save it. Rotate your saves, kids. With older PS2 games, you never know when things might just fail on you. There's a rubbish bin tied tightly with rope. So why is this called the filth room? Is it because of our new best friend? I think it's because of our new best friend. I somehow didn't notice there were stairs going up here. I didn't pay attention to which way the kid went again, so we'll go to the left. Well, that seems like good times right there. Scalpel, dental forceps, gloves, scissors. There's blood all over them. Come on, let me grab the note. Jennifer found orphanage map. That's a lot more rooms, so I figure we're actually up here. Yeah, okay. Go back up to the attic. So there's no third floor, technically. Second floor, I suppose. Well, I accidentally advanced to progress. Is this little tiny shoebox now blocking my way, I wonder? Dang it. I wanted to try to explore the rest of the attic before we got the plot moving. Alright, kid, what's going on? When the unlucky girl approached the boy, he said, "My, aren't you a slowpoke, like always?" "Here, read me the rest of the story. You know, the book I handed you." Okay, so one day, her mommy and daddy died suddenly, the princess too disappeared, leaving the girl all alone. And the poor little girl was sent away to a strange house. At her new home, the aristocrat club lives by the rule of Rose, but the girl found herself very much alone. Okay, thanks for the 2 pages. We will now begin the funeral. All those attending, please gather around at this time. Come on, Jennifer, the funeral's about to begin. It's a funeral for your dear friend. Before she realized it, the boy was gone. And the girl was left in confusion. Just a random bark. The boy was nowhere to be found. I thought that was something else. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to have a flashlight of some description. Why else would she run like that? I'm sure everything's gonna be fine. Okay, so that's back out into the hallway. So let's see what's down here. I was just about to say, I expected that door to be locked, actually. Which I guess it technically was. Well, that was our attic adventure. The inner court, maybe? When the girl went out to the yard, she found a shovel standing before a grave. The unlucky girl sensed that something very dear to her was buried here. As if possessed, she began to dig furiously. Dude, don't pose like that. Come on.
Just look at you. You're filthy.
You know, I gotta say, it's a pretty damning indictment of the industry.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on our flight. Attention all passengers. We will be taking off in a short while. Please take all large luggage to Section 8 of the freight storage compartment. Thank you.
They're very strong, evil children. Able to just completely lug around the woman in a makeshift coffin. But anyway, I was gonna say, I think it's a pretty damning indictment of the industry that this game from 2000 whatever has better water physics than most games released today. April 1930, The Unlucky Cloverfield. It took me a second to realize I was back in control here. When the girl awoke, she found herself in a strange room. It was a cold, lonely, stinky room.
Good morning, Jennifer. How do you feel? Let's have a little chat, shall we?
I see no reason why we shouldn't just have a chat.
Good girl. Jennifer, you know you've been a bad, bad girl. And bad girls need to be punished, don't they?
Oh, you have no idea how badly I want to take this audio and just separate it from the rest of the game. Anyway, yes, I suppose they do.
You're a brave girl.
Wonder what
Anyway, I'll be the one giving the orders around here,
Wonder
okay?
what would have happened if I selected no.
Clever girl. Now, I'm going to give you your first order. Every month you need to find a gift and bring it to the Aristocrat Club. If you don't, I'll kill you. Is there anything about this that you don't understand?
Yeah, man.
Yes? Oh well, it doesn't really matter what you say.
You see, Jennifer, there are really only two kinds of people in the world. Those who take orders and those who give them. And from now on, I'll be giving the orders. Not fair? Well, dear Jennifer, nothing's fair here. You will follow my orders or else. For I am the prince, and the prince rules. This is your life, but you'll play by my rules. Let the games begin, dear Jennifer.
I thought those were gonna just free fall down onto her, and it's like, well, that's bold. And so, the rope was cut, snip, snip. And the girl joined the Aristocrat Club. Congratulations! Congratulations. Omedeto. The scissors are just out of her reach. I mean, they really don't look like it. As the girl looked at the rubbish bin, it spoke to her. My belly is as dark as night and as deep as the abyss. Anything in the world that is dropped will be collected inside it. About stocking items. Any item you collect can be stored in this rubbish bin. If you can't find a bin, just select an item from the menu screen, select drop, and the item will be stored here. There's no need to worry about losing it. Well, I don't think I have anything to stock. Because I don't think... We'll put the book in here. And the photo. I don't know what it says about me that I'm keeping the collar. Foul-smelling laundry baskets sit on the shelf. Dirty clothes are stuffed inside them. There's a big wooden box covered with dirt and grass. The sack inside it is covered in animal hair. So can I just leave? When the girl examined the bucket, it pleaded, "Lass, please put me back atop my body. Back on top of the headless scarecrow behind you. If you do, I'll help you in return." Jennifer found a bucket. As the girl placed the bucket in its proper place, it spoke. "I am the Bucket Knight, keeper of promises. Yet time can be so cruel, for I have aged and cannot remember the past. You know what I refer to, and I know what you know. However, you do not know at the moment, nor can you remember. Let us recall our memories together in order to remember our promise. When you aren't sure how to proceed, talk to the Bucket Knight and select Ask for Clues in order to receive a hint about what to do next." We won't be doing that. I think we can solve this on our own. Sector 8 Cargo Bay. You're invited to the Aristocrat Club, Red Cran Aristocrats. Crayon? Cran? How do you pronounce it? In my opinion, the O's silent, so it's just Cran. Lock it. Oh, right, I guess we don't actually need the orphanage map now that I think about it, since we're on an airship? So I wonder if there's a way to... Well, yeah, it told me that I could just select drop items. Poor helpless unlucky girl, tell me your tale. Despite saying I think we probably need the color, we won't actually be taking it. Figured it'd be under the dog section. Green butterfly. I'm trying to, like, separate these things gameplay-wise versus story reasons, but it's like, I wonder why she's constantly, like, out of breath / scared. You think eventually you would toughen up somewhat. I wonder what you're meant to give the Aristocrat Club. I guess that's how they'll separate the, for lack of a better word, levels from each other. Yeah, Aristocrat Club, I got it. I don't need a sign every 3 steps. First class guest sector. Social rank, refined class. Duchess, Diana. Countess, Eleanor. Baroness, Meg. Lower class. Poor, Amanda. Beggar, Jennifer. The Red Cran Royalty. The Red Rose Princess, the Bear Prince. The Duchess, the Countess, the Baroness. The Bourgeoisie. And the Poor and the Beggar. Okay, so we don't know who the Red Rose, Red Crown Princess, or the Bear are. Shot in the dark here, I'm going to say that the boy is probably the Bear Prince. The rule of gifts. Find a gift of the month. All members must participate. Tardiness, stealing, and cheating are prohibited. Junk, toys, and more. No refunds, only exchange. Red Cran Aristocrat. So I wonder how the rest of these kids fit into the society. They're part of the poor class, they're the door pullers. Looking through the window, the unlucky girl saw that she was above the clouds. The airship slowly swam through the sky. Oh, I didn't read that fast enough. I thought it'd give me more than 0 seconds to read it. More fool me, I guess. Okay, so they actually made a point of having someone in the dressing room. Do you suppose the Duchess, Countess, and Baroness hang out in there? No? Okay. The girl has found a strange door, but where does it lead? Read the poster. This month's gift, one beautiful butterfly, one per person. A strange box is attached to the door. Oh, whoops. I mashed through it. Things can be placed inside it. Okay, well, we don't actually have anything on hand, so we're not offering anything. As the unlucky girl stood helplessly, the door spoke. Give me a beautiful butterfly, one per person. Is that clear? No gift, no entry. Is that clear? Give me a butterfly. Give me a butterfly. Find one and you shall be invited to join the Aristocrat Club. Oh, I thought maybe investigating it again would let me actually be able to walk in there. At the risk of repeating myself, I don't much care for the implications there. Don't look in there. Oh, I didn't even notice that guy sitting there. Rather than talk to people, I just tried to steal their stuff. The unlucky girl met Clara, the frightened princess. As the princess looked down, she spoke to the girl with a feeble voice.
How dirty.
... The unlucky girl met Hoffman, the strict teacher. When Hoffman caught Jennifer looking at him, he snapped at her.
Dirty wretch. Why are you always shirking your duties?
So what's in the drawer they don't want me to see? Beesh. Ah, good old 1930s hospitals. So does Hoffman know what's going on with the aristocrats? Oh, come on. So can I get in there now since I met Clara? No. I wonder if all these doors open because of inspecting the one door, or because I met Clara. Well, met. Oh, Bucket Knight, we're really in it now. Save my game, Bucket Knight. I really don't want to use the story hints until I think it's absolutely necessary, if I get, like, really stuck. Okay, so I can't do anything over there. Can't do anything here either. I don't recall. Oh, right. I somehow forgot a thing that happened like 10 minutes ago. I forgot that we took the stairs to get here. I was about to say, I don't think there were stairs here. But then again, we were just in a mansion, and now suddenly we're in an airship. Do you think it counts as yelling if you fist fight the small child? Well, okay then. There was another PlayStation 2 horror game that came out around the same time as this. I don't know exactly what it's about. It's called Kuon. K-U-O-N. And I just recall hearing about that and being interested in that as well, because that's a Japanese-themed horror game, like set in medieval Japan. So, you basically have like the entire... You had a nice spread of horror games on the PS2. Released in a relatively short order from each other. Well, now how did they manage that? Jennifer found the airship map. It's a map with doodles all over it. Okay, I know how to read a map. There's nothing special here. But yeah, you had this, you had Haunting Ground, and Clock Tower 3, which are all, like, very different... Kuon as well, I suppose. Which were all very different types of horror games that came out within, like, a 2-year span of each other. There's also the Fatal Frame games. I'll be with you in a second. And I only ever played Clock Tower 3 because the rental store, the Blockbuster Video at the time, it only ever had Clock Tower 3. They didn't get Haunting Ground or this. The unlucky girl met Eleanor, the princess as cold as ice. Inside the acrid room, the princess shot an icy glare and said,
Yes, she is a pain.
Square up, small child. I wonder if by the end of this game it's gonna just end with her just like slapping the hell out of these kids. Clock Tower 3 was an interesting game, though. It was about a high school girl who goes back to her home where the spirit of a variety of serial killers are there to try to kill her and steal her magical girl power, which she has. Because during the first section of the game, when you're constantly having to escape from a guy named, like, Sledgehammer, he was a big guy who just kills people with a sledgehammer. Alyssa, that's her name, she gets a magical girl transformation. This one doesn't seem to care about the blonde kid running around. The unlucky girl met Diana, the strong-willed princess. As she gathered her courage to speak to the princess cursed.
She's such a pain.
I wonder if they're talking about Jennifer or if they're talking about the red princess. I keep wanting to say Red Crown, but I don't think it's that. I'm pretty sure that's the type of rum. But in Clock Tower 3, your first boss fight, Alyssa gets a magical girl transformation where she's able to use... Well, I think I need the scissors for this. Only this wall seems to be made of cloth. Just get a stick or something to get the scissors. Yeah, that'd probably do the trick. Vacuum cleaner, that sort of thing. You're making life more difficult for yourself than you really need to, Jennifer. Smoking room. The unlucky girl met Thomas, the mischievous prince. The prince who'd been busy with his antics finally stopped and spoke to the girl.
A new girl! A new girl!
Oh, I don't care for that voice. Well, keep it real, Thomas. 25th of April, 1929. The world's largest airship to take flight. In anticipation of the coming era of airship travel, Britain announced the completion of the world's largest airship. In its long-awaited first flight, it will lift off at Curdington and fly to India by way of London. All of Britain eagerly awaits the inaugural ceremony. Along with the mayor and the countess, children from the local orphanage will participate in the ribbon-cutting ceremony. I'm sure it'll go fine for everyone. Man, this is a lot more packed than I thought it was going to be. I seriously thought this map was going to be like half the size. I base this on absolutely nothing, though. The unlucky girl met Martha, the queen of cleaning. The queen glared at Jennifer as if she were filthier than dirt itself.
Filthy wretch.
Pretty sure that's what Hoffman called us, too. One of these days we'll get something good, worthwhile out of the women's lavatory. It must be because of the crack in the mirror, but you can see the illusion of a strange man in the reflection. I'll take your word for it, game. I don't see a man in there. But I was always I really want to just turn around and leave. I don't want to interact with this child. The unlucky girl met Xavier, the gluttonous prince. As the prince chewed with his mouth full, he spoke to her.
Did you hear the news?
Witches must love to clean. They always carry brooms, right? That witch over there has only got rags, though. Well, you should clean up like they do, or else spooky things will come and do it. Yeah, I don't get what the game's talking about. I don't see a guy in this mirror. Oh wait, for a moment the reflection in the mirror looked like the old orphanage. One day we're gonna get an item from one of these toilets, and I don't know if it's gonna be a good thing. Where the hell? Guess I need to go upstairs. Cloverfield. I should really go back down and finish exploring that hole. The unlucky girl met Olivia, the tearful princess. As the princess cried on, the girl gathered her courage and spoke to her. The tearful princess just cried on and on. A green butterfly is on the ground. Take the butterfly? Well, they didn't say it had to be a live butterfly.
You deserve to be gobbled up.
So, do you want this butterfly or not, child? It's a fork with sharp prongs. A fork is your starting weapon, is it? It's a dead green butterfly, its wings are tattered and mostly fallen off. Okay. It really seems like I should be able to do something with that statue. Jennifer found copper leaf. It's shaped like a leaf. Could it be part of something else? I imagine I'm gonna give it to this cherub. 4-leaf clover. One-leaf clover. I wonder if we can somehow use this on it. Nothing happened. I guess we need a stick or something. 3-leaf clover. So, what are we going to be fighting? That's what I want to know. 2-leaf clover. One would assume. But yeah, ever since I saw that trailer for this game way back 20-odd years ago, I was always interested in it. I had no idea what it could possibly be about, but that trailer was really striking to me. And then I proceeded to never play it for 20 years. Again, because broke high school student and then broke post-high school student. Oh, there's more stuff over here I didn't look at. I should probably go back. Diana, what's your thoughts on this situation?
Really annoys me.
Okay, so I don't think we can do anything with Martha yet. I was gonna say to Martha, but that doesn't sound right. The game will probably yell at me if I try to stab her with a fork. Xavier, good chat. So... Can I squeeze by a... No? Okay. Do I need to go stab Hoffman with a fork? Thomas? It's gonna be something simple, like I just need to talk to one of these characters to give them this clover. This copper clover leaf. It seems to be a broken leaf made of copper. Could it be a piece of something else? I guess I'll go throw this at the door to see what happens. Because I don't think that one door had anything I could do anything with. I wonder if I... Let's try stabbing this with a fork, see what happens. Nothing. Fantastic. Our unstoppable weapon has been stopped. So was there... I can't do anything with the electric panel, so I guess we'll just go back. Because I don't think there was anything I could do on the second floor next to the statue in the clover rooms. I don't think she'll want the clover leaf. Nothing happened. Well, so much for that. I wonder if I can get into the library where the blonde kid and her friend went. Oh, right, the dog. I should probably do something about this dog. The dog was all alone, tied up and hung from the ceiling. With no means to cut the ropes and free him, the unlucky girl could only stand and watch the poor creature struggle. Yeah, that's probably what you need the scissors for. Going to have to figure out why it keeps doing that little pause every once in a while. The pig is busy eating. It reeks badly. Names are written on the cage. Mary and Sally. Two little goats are shivering inside. Animal feed is scattered everywhere, rotting away. Oh, I didn't even notice the kid here. The unlucky girl met Wendy, the lonely princess. The princess saw that the girl was confused, so she smiled gently and said,
You're the new girl, aren't you? I'm Wendy. It's nice to meet you.
Empty cages are stacked up. A heavy stench of animals fills the air. So based on absolutely nothing, I can only assume Wendy is going to be the most vicious and awful character to deal with. Okay. You can't prove that I tried to stab the small child with a fork. Where in the hell? Okay, there's the dog. So let's go back this way. Sector 8 cargo bay. I really don't want to have to consult the bucket knight already. Sometimes enemies will jump out and impede Jennifer's progress. Hold R1 and press X to attack. You will inflict greater damage if you have a weapon equipped. Getting hit or grabbed by enemies will deplete your health. If you keep taking damage, you'll slow down and eventually collapse and the game will end. So remember to replenish your health by using recovery items after taking damage. It just now occurred to me, they've not given me anything as like a health item. I wonder if I have to take that kid out. Part of me wants to try to just let him live. Yeah, hell with it. Oh no. Slashing maneuvers with a fork. Gotta love it. So I assume the red bar is a health bar. Do you drop anything? No. I wonder if it's gonna get back up, or if it's down forever. I suppose only time will tell. A child reading aloud could be heard. The unlucky girl did something.
She dropped it on the road. She found a two-leaf clover, but it slipped into the shadows. She found a three-leaf clover, but a witch hid it away. She wanted to find a four-leaf clover, but she was too unlucky. Once upon a time, there was an unlucky...
So I guess she's behind that locked door? Whoever this kid is?
Was to be happy. So she went to a clover field. She found a one-leaf...
Oh, I guess not.
But she dropped it on the road. She found a two-leaf clover, but it slipped into the shadows. But a witch hid it away. She wanted to find a four-leaf clover, but she was too unlucky.
So let's go in here, see if there's anything in here. There's not. Let's see if anything's changed with Hoffman and Clara.
Dirty wretch.
So I'm just gonna try to open this door.
No!
again.
No!
Okay, guess not.
There was an unlucky girl. All she wanted was to be happy. So she went to a clover field. She found...
Let's try offering this. Even though I figure the game will be like, no, idiot. The gift box store said to the unlucky girl, "You call this a beautiful butterfly? Are you blind?" Give me a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. And then you shall be invited to join the Aristocrat Club. Okay, so they dropped a key. If you'll give me just a quick second, I will be right back. Okie dokie, we're back. So, they dropped this. The one-leaf key. So I wonder if I can put the other leaf on here. Doesn't look like there's a way to combine items, so I guess not. Can I go in the library now? I was honestly fully expecting one of the kids to just, like, yoink the door shut. Well, somebody had fun in here. Is that a map of the, like, the English train stations? We're looking at this again because I will. Okay, the Red Rose Princess. Red Rose Princess. I keep wanting to call her the Red Crown Princess, but I knew that wasn't right. Red Rose, Red Rose, Red Rose. Like roses. Roses are red. In front of the unlucky girl stood a man in a brown coat that she had never seen before. The man quietly handed her a storybook. The Cloverfield. Okay. Once upon a time, there was an unlucky girl. All she wanted was to be happy, so she went to a clover field. She found a one-leaf clover, but she dropped it on the road. She found a two-leaf clover, but it slipped into the shadows. She found a three-leaf clover, but a witch hid it away. She wanted to find a four-leaf clover, but she was too unlucky. So the guy just vanished. Jennifer found the clover field. On the way back to go try to use the clover key on the door, I want to swing by the rubbish bin because I want to see if that book updated. I don't think they've given that kid a name yet. It's so dark inside the locker you can't tell how deep it is. The distinct smell of cleaning supplies is present. There's a strange button. Press the switch. Hell yeah. So that kid was just sitting in here the entire time. Just looking at Jennifer through the peephole. After she left, he was still there? Okay. Various broadcast equipment is set up here. Get banned, idiot. The one whose voice you've heard must have been using this. Sector 8 cargo bay. So, yeah, the store is just locked. I kind of wish this thing did like what the Silent Hill games do and just sort of like mark off the doors that are locked or jammed. But yeah, I wanted to come back to the filth room just so we could see if the book from the first chapter level was updated. Little princess. The poor little girl was sent away to a strange house. At her new home, the aristocrat club lived by the rule of Rose, but the girl found herself very much alone. I don't know if this page was here before. Until she discovered a wonderful new friend, the girl and her companion obeyed the rule of Rose. I wonder if I should stock the book away in here. The Cloverfield, I mean. Because I get the feeling I'm going to need the copper cloverleaf and the key, obviously, for the door that I'm about to go unlock, but... do I need the book? Probably not, but we'll take it anyway. As the unlucky girl examined the scissors, they suddenly spoke. No thanks necessary, no thanks necessary. You might have been better off being bound than being free to feel pain. So scary. The scissors that cut the rope. They're rather rusty. Jennifer found rusty scissors. Okay, I thought they might have been an equipment that you could also use. Let's just save the game because I don't think we're at a point where we need to ask for hints. At least I don't think so. Yeah, I was overthinking the whole scissor thing. I thought we were gonna need to get some item to like pull them down ourselves, not just hit a button. So since they've established that combat's gonna be a thing, I wonder if the dog here is gonna be able to do combat stuff. The unlucky girl cut the ropes with scissors and freed the dog. Free from captivity, the dog seemed quite happy. However, the dog stood there and wouldn't move. It looked up at the girl as if wanting something, waiting for her reaction. Do you want this? No. Okay. I wonder if we need the collar. Because we still have the scissors. Right! We can cut the wall now. It's all coming together. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do anything with it, but I want to try to put the collar on the dog. Where are... okay. Be prepared, gang. I think we're probably gonna have to run back here again. Because I think I might be carrying a bunch of items I don't actually need. At least we don't have to go very far. Oh, I didn't think that would actually work. Brown.
Brown.
So what do you think the odds are that Brown is going to make it all the way through this game? I give him like a 30% chance. Giving commands to Brown. Command, come. Press the circle button to order Brown to come to Jennifer. Command, stay. Press square to order Brown to stay. Command, find Brown. Find Brown can track down items by following their scent. Have Brown track down an item by smelling the box on the shelf for starters. Jennifer found Biscuit Tin. To use the Find command, open the menu and select the appropriate item. Then close the menu and press triangle. During this tutorial, the Biscuit Tin cannot be dropped. When Find is used correctly, you'll discover hidden items like this. Oh man, now I'm gonna have to play Haunting Ground just to see how the dog in that game compares to Brown. A biscuit has been found. We now know that the scent of a biscuit tin is linked to a biscuit. Durhay. When you select the biscuit tin from the menu screen, you'll see biscuit listed under Find a Target. There might be more biscuits nearby. Press the triangle button to use Find again. As long as hidden items are nearby, you can continue to use the Find command. So basically just go into every room and just start mashing triangle. Gotcha. It seems there are no other items in the area that can be found with the biscuit tin. If Brown can't find anything, you'll be able to tell by his gestures. Also, if a search fails in one area, try another. Keep an eye on the Find a Target list as well as Brown's gestures. This concludes the Find tutorial. And then I proceeded to forget all of that. Go! Alright, I guess there's something in here. We're gonna make Eleanor jealous. We have a dog, she's just got chickens. figured there'd be slightly more there to find than just him running directly into my leg. Okie dokie, sorry about that. Just needed to do a thing, but it's fine. It's fine now. Let's move the mouse cursor off the screen, shall we? I assume this is a health item. A crispy almond biscuit that will leave you wanting more. Restores some health. What do you mean nothing happened? Okay. So I wonder where else we might be able to use that. Generator room, smoking room, kitchen. Have I tried to go into the kitchen? Yes. Okay. Oh, Thomas, you little shit. So let's try the store that resulted in failure. You really think you'd be able to search this locker? It's just part of the environment, I suppose.
Go.
New girl. I guess that's my bet then.
She really annoys me.
You're just jealous, man. Everyone's jealous and haters. You're just jealous you're not the princess. We'll show Xavier our dog.
You must find a gift, or you'll get into trouble.
That's an odd voice they gave that child. Huh. I'm sure she's fine. I guess we're gonna go investigate. I was actually just about to make a remark about how she's probably doing okay since she's just sort of left, but... Eh, it shows what I know. The second before, right before when I tried to start to say the thing, she was getting beaten to death. Second passenger corridor. So if the story's anything to go by, Martha is out of luck because we're never gonna find a four-leaf clover key. I don't want to say she deserved it, but she did call us a dirty wretch. So, I'm not exactly broken up over this. Also, we don't know anything about her. Ooh, now we're in the fancy toilets. Just let Brown drink from the toilet, that'll probably be fine. Okay, so we can't really go anywhere. I seriously wish that they would just like mark locked doors or jammed doors on the map. Because I can see this getting really tiresome, just constantly running through and clicking on every single door. Could have sworn there. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing, you? The unlucky girl met Nicholas, the sloppy prince. Shouldn't that be Xavier? With a look of annoyance, the prince clicked his tongue and mumbled at her.
Why, you go away. Go away.
I'm a shadow. A shadow. Well, Nick, keep it real. I wonder if Nicholas has a key here. Nah, he wouldn't give it to me anyway, even if he did. I'm now trying to think of how many pieces of media there are that actually feature like blimps, zeppelins, etc. as like a major thing. I've only got two that came to mind. The Zeppelin scene from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where Indy punches out the Nazi and throws him out the window. And the game The Order 1886. A third-person shooter no one played. That was about werewolves and such in 1886. Okay, this seems like this might have just been a waste of time. every single door's been locked except for the men's room. Right, I forgot about that. Oh right, I guess I didn't actually like look at Martha's bonnet? Her little maid headwear. The Order 1886 was a fine game. I think people were too harsh on it. Jennifer found Martha's hat. The hat worn by Martha, who was accused of being a witch. Is there a way to just, like, use this on it? I guess not. I know the key's not gonna work, but let's try it anyway. Oops. Let's have Brown find us a butterfly.
Go.
Oh, well, that was obvious, wasn't it? Do I use the hat here, I wonder? No. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so all of those were locked. I guess I didn't try. There's no indicator. We didn't try this door. Maybe it's there. Maybe we can do something there. Well, so much for that. Okay, so we've tried every door. They're all locked, except for this guy, which has a kid pull on it. I'm pretty sure that was locked. This is locked. That was locked. It really seems like we should be able to do more in this area. I'm being so mature right now. I know that I just established that all these doors are locked, but we're going to go through and check them all again anyway. I might have just overlooked something. Maybe I overlooked something in the men's bathroom. The lavatory. I wonder why it was called a lavatory. Yeah, something to think about, I guess. Gentleman's toilet. I've known some people that could be referred to as a gentleman's toilet. Yeah, there's nothing in there, so... Odds are, if I had Brown look in there, he would have just been like, psh, got me, bro. He would have run back here. So, we got this one locked, of course. Since we went around to get to the stairs where Martha was getting pulled up it, I wonder if that means Thomas is gone. Not that I really think anything will be done there. Kid, what you looking at? I'm a shadow. A shadow. So yeah, all these are locked. I think I'm noticing a trend here. I just now had a thought of something I could do with my streams that would make a bit more sense to me. What I could do is, for these games that I haven't played, like Roll of Rose here, you may have noticed that I don't have a little pseudo avatar. So for games that I haven't played, I could just like have it just be the game, and games I have played, beaten, etc., I'll put a little picture on there. Yeah, okay, I guess we're done up here then. It really seems like we should be able to use the scissors on that one wall. I wonder if I need to check the book to see if anything's changed there. It makes sense to me that you would use look to look at the book. Nope, nothing there. Accidentally read that already, so... At least it has the decency to mark where you are on the map. Could you imagine having to try to just, like, guesswork your way where you are on the map, given how complex it is? Now, I know what you're thinking, it's just a straight line, how complex can it really be? But there's, you know, rooms. see if he can find something to use the scissors on.
Go!
Diana? I wonder if he's gonna just try to lead me back to where Martha got pulled. Huh, really? Okay. Jennifer found a ribbon. A lovely ribbon. Okay, cool.
Go! Come!
Should I try giving that to one of the kids? I mean, I might as well, since I've got the item and nothing better to try.
Go! Come!
I guess we're done with the scissors. I could probably toss them in the rubbish bin. That's an odd reference to just pop into my head. For some reason... Okay, cool. Mentioning that I could probably just toss the thing in the rubbish bin reminded me of this adventure game from like 2010 or so called Limbo of the Lost, where every time you cleared an area, there would be just like this giant troll monster who just like grabs your character by the leg, shakes him, and causes him to drop all of his items. So I guess I just give this to her then. See, we don't need Bucket Knight. What am I doing with two of these? Let's use it. Nope, okay.
Go!
Are we making some sort of butterfly, I wonder? Oh, this room is actually open now. Oh, it was already open. I got it mixed up with a bunch of the other rooms.
Go!
Large boards, huge pieces of cloth, thick ropes, and steel rods. They seem to be spare parts for the airship. I wonder how many ribbons we need. Limbo of the Lost is a fascinating game to read about just because of the sheer amounts of, like, plagiarism and just outright copyright theft is in the game.
Go!
Okay, so there's at least 5. Like, in the very start of the game, you play as a ship's captain named, Spooner Briggs? Benjamin Briggs, I think. And he falls through... whatever. He gets, like, hurled into hell. And it is just straight up the scene where the guy Al Simmons, whose Spawn in the movie Spawn is sent to hell.
Go!
Really? We're going back? What are you doing? Really seems like you could have just like pointed these out along the way, Brown. That was openable the whole time? Bark, bark, bark. What?
Go. Come!
Okay, I guess we've hit our limit here. Needles, thread, cloth, and other sewing tools are neatly stored here. It really seems like something should have happened there. Yeah, whatever. Go back to the rubbish bin, throw some stuff in there, come back here, have a look around, see what's in it.
Brown!
I was trying to run, not call Brown, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, it was interesting the amount of just like IP theft that was in the game, because you had like levels, just full-on maps from games like Wolfenstein, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Unreal Tournament, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, things like that. And this is just a point-and-click adventure game. We'll just toss the book in there. I don't think we need the tin. Although I guess we could use it to get more healing biscuits. So there's 2 more items I gotta find. Let's see what Brown does if I ask him to find this key.
Go! Brown!
No, we're not going that way. We're going back to the luggage area. It wasn't a very good game, this Limbo of the Lost. It was just sort of like this weird mishmash hodgepodge of just various stolen game assets just slapped onto a not great point-and-click adventure game. They were threatening to make a sequel. There was a small diary with a floral pattern on its cover inside the glass case. However, the case is locked. Do I need to offer one of the kids the chocolate, I wonder? Oh, it's just a health item. Lohidia? Lodia? Where'd I get the second eye from? Gourmet chocolate with a hint of bitterness. Restores full health. Silent Hill F doesn't have an original bone in its body. It stole the chocolate as health item from this game. Is he just gonna lead me back to the hallway where Martha was taken? I think that's what's gonna happen. it's not really a interesting... Limbo of the Lost really isn't an interesting game worth talking about because the gameplay itself is just like filled with absurd moon logic puzzles. And just like people putting on the silliest voices you've heard. There are a couple of memorable characters, but that's just because one of them has a very offensive name. I can't actually say that on Twitch. I'll apparently get in trouble. It rhymes with maggot. It was Cranny Maggot. Okay, so he just let me back here. This was a waste of time. Thanks, Brown. Oh, I could have tried to give the chocolate bar to the kid up there who's a shadow. Wait, no, it said it's a health item, so it's not going to do anything. Maybe he wants ribbon. I don't want to hit use, because then it'll just use the item. Whatever.
Go!
We'll have Brown try to find a spot to use scissors. I think that's how we got on the whole finding ribbon track to begin with. Okay, so we needed 6 ribbon for some reason. Tight. I don't know what we're doing with it. The one interesting area in the game is a murder mystery plot where your character Briggs is suddenly made to be the sheriff of some, you know, small town that it seems to be experiencing snowstorms despite the fact that it's not cold. And then by the end of it, you find out who's been killing people and what's been going on in the town. The only things really worth talking about is the amount of theft in the game, even going back as far as the Amiga computers in the early 90s, which featured a bunch of game theft for assets then, and the ending. Just because that's a weird song and I love it. Can I use the ribbon now? Is the game gonna say no? Okay. Brown, what can you tell me about the ribbon?
Go!
Nothing. He can tell me nothing.
Go!
I swear to God, if you lead me back to that hallway again. It really seems like I should be able to use the cloverleaf with the key in some way. And I don't know what I'm going to be using 6 ribbons for. Wait, hang on. Brown, stop. I need to use you for a second to see if there is anything else with the scissors. No. Okay. Because Martha's hat just takes us back to the four cloverleaf room, which we can't get in. What am I missing here? What am I missing with the biscuits? What am I missing with the chocolate? I keep thinking that I should be able to interact with the, you know, with Diana, Eleanor, and so on, but I know that I can't actually do that. Oh, for God's sake, Brown! Why would you do this to me? Is there actually something in here? Did I just overlook stuff? What the? It's a key with a single leaf. It seems to be incomplete. When the copper leaf was attached to the key, the one-leaf key became a two-leaf key. Alright, we're making progress. Now the question is, should I follow Nicholas, see where he went? I can only assume he went past the store. I don't want to look at every single door again. Alright. Sorry, bro. I was going to make a crack about, I wonder if Nicholas is in here taking a massive one, but he actually was just peeing. I've read a few mangas in my time that started with something with a similar premise. Okay, so 4-leaf, 3. I was wrong the entire time. I thought Martha got taken behind the 4-leaf door. The first passenger corridor. Cafeteria. Alright, so we found Clara's room. And it is dark, so I presume I can't actually search this room. Please quit fighting me, camera. Kind of surprised I haven't come across, like, a flashlight of any description yet. So, cafeteria. I think... Okay. Well, you decided you had to go to the other side. Lousy children. Oh, it's a new rubbish bin. I don't think I need to toss anything in him just yet. Bucket Knight, how's it? Maybe I should toss the ribbon in the rubbish bin. I don't think that's gonna be worthwhile for a while. Jennifer found a paring knife. A small knife for peeling fruit. Be careful, it's sharp. So I wonder if I can use that to cut the cloth. I wonder if that's a durability bar. I guess we'll find out. It really seems like I should be able to read that particular paper. So far, our entire journey has led us into here where we found a knife. I'm not gonna say it's been the worst item scrounge in the world, but do we need Martha's hat? Should probably hold on to Martha's hat. Oh, I could probably have Brown sniff the hat. So that's got something else that I can use to find, maybe. Find me a thing to use this key on, boy. I'm pretty sure this is just the door we came in from. Okay, so time to go see if we can cut that cloth wall. Should be the king of Limbo. Oh yeah. Okay, that didn't work. Alright, that didn't work at all. I wonder if he's leading me around now. We could have just backtracked, Brown. He sent us on the longest loop. Yeah, whatever. I know that it's a health item, but it really seems like we should be able to use the chocolate bar on Xavier. about biscuit? Can you find a biscuit? We can't go in there. Okay, so what am I missing? I'm missing something, obviously. Am I supposed to be able to search Claire's room, despite the fact that the room is dark, therefore unsearchable? I'm just mashing X here. Alright, that didn't work at all. Oh. Wrong one. So let's go back to the cafeteria, because there must have been something in here that I missed.
Go! Come! Go!
Okay, I guess I'm in entirely the wrong area.
Come.
I wonder why the chocolate's not working. Does Brown know it's poison to him? So he doesn't want to mess with it? Also, just looking at this, I keep thinking about Resident Evil and how it looks like I should be able to shove it out of the way. Nothing to do with wine bottles, eh? It just seems like I should be able to read that. What am I missing here? Obviously I'm missing something, but I don't know what. Ah, well, whatever. I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. I hope you enjoyed this look at Rule of Rose. If you did, please give me a follow on Twitch or a subscribe on YouTube. I'll accept them both. I hope you have a fantastic day.